up guys, Cookin University here, and today guys, if you are looking for healthy recipes, including this easy, just 5 ingredient salmon recipe, and the salmon is roasted by the way, then you are in the right place. So yeah guys, without further ado, let's get into the ingredients. So obviously this is salmon. So I usually get about 4 of these skinless fillets. I usually eat about 2 of them and then the other 2 are leftovers for me. Some extra virgin olive oil spray or whatever cooking spray you want, but this is the healthiest. 2 tablespoons of butter, 1.5 tablespoons of molasses. Now I've never had molasses before, so this is gonna be interesting. 1 tablespoon of Greek seasoning, and last but not least, 1 lemon. Medium lemon, if that really matters. So without further ado, let's get into the recipe. 24 hours before you cook this delicious roasted salmon recipe, make sure you grab all the salmon fillets that you want. I grabbed 4, put them in a bag, put it inside the fridge to thaw out overnight. And yes, I am using one of my old videos to show you guys this one because I kind of didn't really thaw it all out overnight. Ignore my hands this whole video. I know they might look a little disgusting and infected, but I promise I'm getting better though. But now what you do is you grab your 2 tablespoons of butter and you cut it up, put it into the skillet for about 225 degrees or medium or something like that. I will say this right now, please don't do that. I just did that because I thought that was a good idea. You will find out in a couple more seconds why it's not a good idea. Make sure to preheat the oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Line a 9x13 baking dish or whatever size you want with foil. But while I was putting the foil down, all of a sudden I got splattered by the butter. I put the temperature on just a little bit too high and the butter started splattering everywhere, as you can see. So I learned my lesson and turned the temperature down to 150 degrees. So I would highly recommend you just put it on like medium low or 150 degrees at most. It doesn't have to melt so fast that it starts splattering everywhere. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna spray it with whichever cooking spray you want. And then once the butter is at least mostly melted, you can turn off the skillet and just let it melt because it's already hot in the first place. Once the butter is fully melted, place the butter from the skillet to a small bowl. Place the molasses into the bowl with the butter in it too. Once the melted butter and the molasses are in the small bowl, make sure to stir it all in. And I thought that was funny, so I'm just gonna put it in. But I literally put the salmon into the skillet like I was about to cook it in the skillet. But I literally prepared a whole baking dish and everything for the salmon. But what you gotta do is lay the salmon down on the prepared baking dish. It took me a while to figure that out. I interrupt this video to give a humongous shout out to Ibotta, the place where you buy certain groceries from a certain grocery store. You get cash back on the groceries that you bought. Yeah, you heard it. I have saved a ton of money off some of these ingredients of this recipe. All you gotta do is just use my referral code when you sign up, link in the description below, subtitle right here also. And once you submit your first ever receipt on Ibotta, you get an extra $10 back on groceries that you bought. But that is only if you use my referral code. Subtitles right here. And the best part about Ibotta is that it's 100% completely 100% free to sign up. But I would like to put a disclaimer on here that I also make $10 on Ibotta too when you sign up using my referral code. Once the salmon is all in there, make sure to spread the butter and molasses mixture evenly over the salmon. As you can see, I tried as hard as I could to do this. It was a little bit hard though. It kind of looked like chocolate frosting though. Sprinkle the salmon with Greek seasoning. And this was my first ever time dealing with a lemon. So what I just did is I just cut in half, grabbed a half a lemon and drizzled that half a lemon onto the salmon. And I tried to spread it as evenly as possible too, but that was a little hard too. But I think I squeezed it right. Once you have drizzled half the lemon juice onto the salmon, make sure to put the salmon into the oven until either the salmon flakes or for about 17 to 20 minutes. I did it for 20 minutes because I never thawed it out. Once those 20 minutes are up, get the roasted salmon out of the oven and check to make sure if it's flaky or not. To me, it looked pretty flaky, but I just wanted to be safe, so I just put it in for an extra 7 minutes because it wasn't thawed out. If it was thawed out, then I would have felt safe. And by the way, if you're wondering like what flaky salmon is like, it just means that it separates easily along with the white lines that run across the fillet. So if it separates easily with a fork or spoon, whatever, then that means that it is finished cooking. But once I got the salmon fully out of the oven and I felt like it was flaky enough, I turned off the oven because you do not want the oven at 425 degrees overnight. And then I grabbed the other half of the lemon and sprinkled the salmon with the other half of the lemon juice. And while I'm sprinkling half of the lemon juice onto the salmon. If you're interested in discovering more about getting cash back on groceries, then be sure to check out Ibotta at the link in the description below. And then voila, you got your easy 5 ingredient roasted salmon recipe. On the real though, when I got out of the oven, I was like, man, this looks bussin'. And by the way, yes, I did cook rice with this too. Looks like we're eating good tonight. So, fun fact about me, guys, I don't like lemon on my food, but that's been like elementary school, dude. So I might like it again. Probably not, but maybe. Ooh, oh, this looks fire. Dude, this is bussin'. The sauce, I gotta put this on my rice too. Oh, yo, this is actually good. This is actually really good though. 10 out of 10 would highly recommend. Oh, I did see you there. Well guys, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. And make sure to slap a like on this video, you know what I'm saying? I never asked for likes. But this time, I'm feeling likable. But once again, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so that way you do not miss any more videos. Okay, I'm trying. Cook the healthy, cheap, and easy way. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.